I'm going to turn off all of the spectator views here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are go in Portugal. Skarma gets a good start. That looks like an Aston Martin of Rob pulling out to behind of Luke. Luke gets a terrible start there. Look, Tobias jumps into P2. Skarma runs away with it straight away. Craig jumps up. Rob jumps up. Luke is falling down to P7 there. As we look, there was a brief yellow flag there. We're just trying to catch up there. It looks like some people had some disconnects as well. If we try and catch up with our position changes here. Yeah, look, Luke drops down 5 positions. K-Pax jumps up from P10 up to P4. He's got his DRS on. He's not using his battery. He's sitting behind. If we go back here for K-Pax making a move here on the Racing Bull driver of Pass. Forgive me, I forget the name. Lucalis there as well. I think just sitting in behind, taking his time. We're going to see if Pace can have a switch back on K-Pax here on the second DRS zone. You can see the red light flashing means that K-Pax has used a lot of his battery. He was at least recharging it. Pace gets the DRS. Is he going to send it on the inside? He's not. He's going to leave it there. As we go through, we might see Bosch make a move here on Gio. We've got a line of cars going through here. Bosch turns his DRS on, turns his battery on, passes the Haas driver with absolute ease as he goes into the next corner, and hopefully doesn't take a unique line through the side. The Tesco goes a little bit wide. He's going to go around the outside of the Haas driver. He does indeed. Does he make it stick going up the hill? He does. Very good move from the Mercedes driver there. Bosch is able to pull away in the second DRS zone though. But Tesco showed pace in qualifying. Will he have a go later on? Tobias also sitting behind a Skarma has a big moment. Is we seem to potentially see the track starting to get cold. Tobias makes the move for the lead. He's still side by side, gives him space, and Skarma lets him go. Tobias, we've had a swap for the lead on lap 4 on Rob here as we go down the straight. I'm seeing spots of rain. There's definitely rain, and the track, it's going to get so much more intense now. Will the drivers pit, or will they stay out until the end? I think Tesco is potentially going to make a move on Bosch here as we go down the straight. There's a McLaren in the pits. It's Luke. Lucalis is in the pits as Tobias, Tesco makes the move. Oh, look at the Haas! The Haas of Gio, there's contact. My goodness me, look at the over. They're 3 wide going through. They're almost 4 wide going through T3 there. Mika Lando, I think, just backs out of it. Hopefully has some damage. Oh, there's a ghost of the Gio. And Tesco's round. The Mercedes driver at debut is round. As we watch these drivers go through again, will any of them go into the pits? Tobias does not. Rob does not. Skarma, Chiv, they all stay out. Pace even goes into the pits, as does K-Pax behind. They think it's time. They think it's time for the intermediates. Bosch goes in as well. Gio is going into the pits as Baz stays out. Dale and Davaro stays out as well. Excuse my voice break there. Tesco stays out. Mr. Seedy stays out as well. So some people say that it's time. The rain is starting. Look at that. Look how tentative Chiv is on the throttle there. Very nervous. The rain lights are flashing. DRS is still on. There's a big snap from Chiv, but he keeps it pointing in the straight line. These 4 are going. I think they're going to ride this one to the end. We will have to see if it's the right decision. We're going to go on board here with Baz. Just a slight lift going over the final corner there. And Baz is in. Baz takes the intermediate tyres. Dale and Davaro stay out. Oh, and Baz picks up a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Tesco and Mr. Seedy go through. They will probably see it to the end. Pace is the lead driver on the intermediate. He will jump Baz pretty easily. So the 6-second penalties will not be very favourable to Bosch. We shall see. DRS has been disabled. That is the time. That is the sign to go in. Tobias, very slow there. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. His drivers are just fighting for any bit of grip they can. Look at the 4 of them. As they go through, so tentative. Will any of them box Tobias? Is he going to go straight? I think they're going to see this one to the end. No, Chiv! At the last minute, Chiv puts on the intermediate tyres. Will it be enough? We will have to see. Dale comes around at the end now. I think he's going to come out ahead of Chiv. Davaro sits behind him as well. Davaro goes for the pits. So Chiv has put on the wet tyres. The wets from Chiv there. I wonder if that was a mistake or if the rain is a lot heavier than it looks like on my screen anyway. Again, Tesco and Seedy staying out. These are the only soft tire. Oh, it's a big snap from Skarma. He does keep it pointing in the straight line. And I tell you what, that is Dale who is good. Oh, there's contact! There's contact! I was looking at the mini-map. Dale, Skarma, sorry, and Craig comes together. Oh, I was looking at the mini-map, but you would have seen it on your screens anyway. I'm just seeing Dale is absolutely holding up a train here. Look at the intermediate driver around the outside. Pace goes around the pair of them. Both Ferrari drivers having issues. There is an absolute... Like how many cars there are here. There's Luke right at the back there. The soft runners are really struggling in these conditions. Pace pulls away. Look, they're about 3 wide going through the final corner here. That's Luke tucking in on the inside there as the soft tires are just trying to survive. K-Pax is going side by side with his former teammate, now behind as well. Will he have any battery to make a move? He's going for it. He's trying to go for it. It's the 3 lead runners are still going out at the moment. Pace is 12 seconds behind. He might not have enough time unless the rain really starts to come down. Up in Sector 2, I say it's just loads of cars going everywhere. Look at how bad it is for Dale. You can barely get on the throttle. That's Michelanda going past him in the Aston Martin, as does Bosch there. And Tesco, the other Mercedes driver, really struggling. The car screaming at him there. Here, if he can, look how quickly he's reeling them in. He's got 1 lap to pull these guys in, and I think he might even do it on the straight. That's how bad the tires are for the soft tire runners now. As we see Luke pulling it behind as well. K-Pax on for some very good points, especially after Luke's start. Look how tentative they are, and Pace is going to drive past them like they're not even there. Goes around the outside of 1. He waits, he bides his time. I think he's actually given that. Do you think he's tried to give that position back? No, that's Skarma going into the pits. Skarma did go around the Pace did go around the outside, but he's lost the time to Luke. Luke's pulled about 1.5 seconds on him now. As Gio passes Tesco in the back there, as Tesco's still on the medium tires. Pace, will he make a move on Tobias here? He's going to look up the inside. Oh, Tobias not even knowing he's there. Pace will happily take his joker there. And Rob, the lead driver there, as we go on to this little straight here down into the hairpin. And it's like it's an F2 car. Pace takes the lead of the sprint on the final lap, judging his strategy to perfection. We're seeing Luke behind as well, just pass through. But I'm going to go on board with Pace here in the Racing Bull. Will win his first race in P0. Pace wins the Portuguese sprint. Lugalis will come home in P2 and K-Pax in P3. A very good recovery from Luke there after his first lap. Chiv on the wet tyres will come home in P4. Robs and Craig and Michelanda P5, 6, 7. Bosch in P8. Will he pick up his position here? He does stay with his penalties. Gio, our debutant, scores points on debut in P10. Baz in P11. Kev will come home in P11 instead. Dale jumping up to P11 as well after all the penalties have been applied, and Devaro and Mr. CD will round us out. So again, that's Pace there in his first win. Lucalis K-Pax complete the podium. Chiv in P4 in the wet tyre. Rob Craig pick up P5 and 6 after staying out on the softs. Michelando in 7th. Skarma in the softs in 8th. Bosch P9. Gio scores points on his debut in P10. Dale finishes P11. Tesco finishes P12, but will be disqualified for resetting the track. I think that was Kev in P13 there. Baz in P14. Devaro in P15. And I think that was Mr. CD in P16 as well.